Alright, what's up guys? I got a little disgusting story to tell you. Ah, man. Tell you what, whenever you do a pre-trip, you always want to pop this hood before you start the engine. I'll explain why here. Alright, see how clean the engine is right now? That's because yours truly just had to hose the whole thing down with a pressure washer because a cat had made its home in my engine bay last night while I was at the yard. And I didn't know until I started the truck, and it sounded like the fan was coming off. I mean, it literally sounded like the fan blades were falling apart. It was really, really bad. I can still smell it. Well, you can actually. Ugh, yeah, here. Let me see if I can get a, here, hang on one second. See that right there? Oh, that's some bloody fur. I apparently didn't get with the pressure washer. I mean, all of this right here, I mean, it was blood everywhere. Top of the engine was bloody. There was bones and there were bones on top of the valve cover. It looked like his heart or something was hanging off of that small coolant hose right there. It was bad. It was really bad, and it just stunk to high heaven. I'm telling you, it attracted every freaking fly within our county, I think. Excuse me. I'll give you a little word of advice too when you come to these farms. When you come to these farms, keep your windows closed in your truck. I'm at a chicken farm right now picking up some eggs. You never want to leave your windows open because you will get flies all over the inside of your truck. They love it here. And when I chopped up that cat, trigger warning, there were flies all over the inside of my truck because the windows were down when I started the truck, and it seemed like 2 seconds after I popped the hood, I had flies everywhere. It was insane, absolutely insane. That truck needs washed. But yeah, so anyways, we are going to Keesby. I'm doing that load where I lumper my own load, so be a nice fat payment in there for me, which is good. This is my last week. If nothing happens between now and Friday will be my last day for a month. And if something does happen, if my wife goes into labor before that, then that'll be my last day. So yeah, we're getting down to the wire, guys. You know, I'm not really sure if I'm allowed to be videotaping on this property. A lot of places are funny about that. Got the reefer running. Alright. I'm gonna get in the truck and start it up and get cooled off. It's warm out here. And since I can't leave the windows down since I'm on this chicken farm, I need some air flowing in there, so I'll be turning that AC on. Whew. All right. didn't hear a cat in there this time. It's good. No cats in the engine bay is a good sign. Tell you what though, that's one hell of a way to start the week off. It's Monday morning right now, so that is a great way to start my week. I do feel bad though for whoever cat that was. You know, that was probably somebody's pet. Out in the country, you know, people let their cats just kind of run around at night. And then they find their own little sleeping spots. They make their own little beds when they don't go home at night. But honestly, I only ever really worry about that stuff in the wintertime because they usually climb up into your wheel wells and sleep on top of your tires and into your engine bays and stuff like that when it's cold out, because especially after you've been driving a long time, your tires are nice and toasty. They're nice and warm. Of course, your engine bay is nice and warm if it's been running for a while. And even if it hasn't been running for a while, it blocks the wind. So it makes, there's no wind chill in there. So in the wintertime, I'm more conscious about looking for that stuff before I do anything with the engine. I just didn't think about it today. It's 78 degrees in the morning. And beautiful, beautiful day. Absolutely gorgeous. But, yeah. Somebody's cat isn't coming home. And I wasn't even sure what it was until I took the pressure washer to the engine and sprayed it all down. Which, by the way, I really, I'm grateful that there was a pressure washer there, because if there wasn't, I was going to have to take everything off by hand. Let that, think about that for a second. There were guts hanging all over different points in my engine. Like I said, there was maybe a heart or something hanging off of the small coolant. Oh, I think it was the overflow line. Small coolant line there. Its leg was hanging off the power steering box. And if you're not familiar with how an engine is laid out in a Volvo, those are completely opposite parts of the engine. Well, they're both up front, but the steering box is mounted down on the frame, and the coolant overflow hose, I believe that's what it is, the little tiny smaller hose that goes into the coolant reservoir, is up on top towards the passenger side. Is the part of the hose it was hanging on. And there were some intestines on top of the fan shroud, a couple bones on top of the valve cover. It grossed me out, and I don't get grossed out that easily. I mean, that sounds dumb to say because my wife would not agree to that. She would say I get grossed out too easily, because when I watch those stupid medical shows that she likes to watch, on NBC and whatnot, I hate watching them do surgical maneuver, do surgery on people. It looks disgusting. I hate it when they show the inside. I just do. But in real life, I don't get grossed. Like with real life stuff, for some reason, I don't get grossed out as easy. But it was pretty bad, and the smell. I think it was the combination of that and the smell. Ugh. But we're good now. I don't even know where the head was. The head was somewhere. I don't know where. But I had to tell that it was a cat by simply the leg and the paw. I didn't see a head anywhere, so. Tell you what, though, that's a pretty good testament for how strong these fans are in these Volvos. Because I swear it sounded like it was going to come off. That fan, it scared me. I had no idea. I parked it last night and everything was fine, And I started this morning and just really nutty. It didn't, I don't know, it's hard to, it didn't even sound like the fan was hitting anything. It sounded like something internal was about to blow apart on the engine. It sounded really violent, really violent. But I'll tell you what, guys, after seeing that, keep your hands away from that coolant fan. If it did that to a cat, a whole cat, well, it won't hesitate to cut your hand off. So on that positive note, I'm going to sign off of here and relax. Have a good one, guys. All right, getting back on the road now. Just got done at Flemington. Got loaded there, and of course now I'm headed to Cincinnati. I could not believe while I was sitting there in Flemington, I could not believe the mess that some drivers leave behind their trucks there. There's a little hill there where you back up and you go inside and you check in, you see. And these drivers, there was right behind my truck, there was a giant, there was a skid, and there was a giant pile of some sort of rancid boxed fruit. And, you know, cardboard everywhere. It was just a big pile of mess. And, you know, you gotta wonder, you know, that's a big reason, that's a big part why it's hard for a lot of shippers and receivers to want to give you the privilege of being able to stay there. Uh-oh, better run this light. Sorry, guys. Oh, I hate this turn. Anyways, they, you know, they don't. I understand that, you know, they should let us park there, but it's, you know, I mean, especially when we're out of hours, especially with these e-logs, but they don't have to. It's their property. They can allow whoever they want to stay on there, and whoever they don't want to, they can kick right out, you know, so it's up to them. So whenever a company does allow you to stay there, you know, to take a break, I consider it a privilege that they do that. Now, this place, they let you finish out your break there. I mean, hell, I've stayed there longer than my break. I've fallen, you know, I've been really tired and I've fallen asleep and gotten up and realized I've been there for, I mean, this includes the amount of time it took for them to load me, but I'll have been there for like 14 hours. You know, most of it obviously was just me sleeping. So, you know, they're really good about letting drivers stay there and take their break. So long as you have a pickup number. If you don't have a pickup number, they won't even let you on the property. But, yeah, it's just kind of one of those things. And that really goes for every place that has issues with truck drivers. You know, we give ourselves a bad name. I was going to record a little clip of all the trash that was back there, because it wasn't even right behind my truck. It was just littered everywhere. And I was going to record, you know, the whole mess back there, but as I was doing so, I was stealing my trailer. And then as I was doing so, someone came up to me and asked if I could help them with something on their reefer. And it just slipped my mind. I forgot to do it. I forgot to record the little clip there, but yeah, it's bad there, guys. It's bad in a lot of places, and it gives us all a bad name. But some drivers just don't give a rat's ass, but they'll still complain when they aren't allowed to stay somewhere. Like, what do you think? You're the culprit. You are the reason that truck drivers are treated badly. So if you're out there and you litter like that, you dump all your trash out of the back of your trailer because you're too lazy to go to a truck wash, or you know, throw your piss bottles out all over the customers' lots or Walmart's parking lots or wherever, and you wonder why truck drivers are looked down upon, then you're just an idiot. I'm sorry, but you are just an absolute bona fide idiot. And you do not deserve, in my opinion, to be a truck driver. I'm on that square again. That circle. Horrible. What are these signs? Go, let's go, let's go. Oh, I hate this little traffic zone. But anyway, I gotta go get some coffee. I need me coffee. I unloaded my own truck last night. You know, I went to the Keysby with the load of eggs. And it was such an easy unload. Didn't have any breakdown or anything on this one. So that was, you know, when that happens, that is the absolute, well, even when there's breakdown, because it only takes a couple hours when there is breakdown. But when there's no breakdown, it only takes about 30 minutes to offload the truck. And I get $200 for it. So that is a hell of an easy way to earn $200 right there. And I'm hoping I'll do one more Keysby run this week. I don't know if she has any more or not, but I hope. We'll see. But anyway, now is time for my next mission to be completed. And that mission is some good old Pilot Blind J coffee. Yeah, my bed's not made. What of it? Huh? Oh well. Should probably make it. I just vacuumed the floor, at least. You're gonna give me some props for that. Yes. I got my coffee. Now we can go. Oh, what's this joker doing? Why'd you park next to me? Alright, I'm done here in Allentown. That's what I love about coming here. Is even though I was late by an hour and a half, they got me unloaded in like 30 minutes. This place is remarkable, especially this time of the night. During the day, they're a little slower, but at night like this, they're pretty good, really good actually. So I'm done here. I'm gonna go drive around the front, and I gotta go back in and get my signed bills, and then from there I'm driving to Flemington. So, and then once I get to Flemington, I will, thank God, be able to get a little sleep, and then I'm gonna try to be on the road. Oh, come on. I don't need my seatbelt driving through a parking lot. Anyway, once I get there, I'll probably get up and try to get back on... Shut it. And get back on the road by around 11 or so a.m. That way I can try to make the delivery on time in Cincinnati. And even if I get up by 11, I'll still have, should still have around probably 7 hours of sleep total. So that's good. 7 hours of sleep is plenty acceptable to me. Sound your horn when you go through that little tunnel, so you don't run into any little forklift drivers. Well, that's not a little forklift.
way?
First way, yeah.
And truck number?
14.
Alright, sir, we have you wait. Please do not stop or park in front of the scale. Circle around to your right, find a place to park there in the back, or if you'd like to, you can choose to get in line with all those trucks on your left. The left lane is 5-minute parking only for scale pickup. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, I guess this will conclude the vlog. I realize it's been basically over the span of, well, the entire week. There's several different loads that I have done in this one vlog. Just hasn't been a whole lot to vlog about this week. There was one big incident, which is what this vlog started out with. Just hasn't really been, like I said, it's been kind of a uneventful week, which is good or bad, I guess. But I wanted to talk about in this vlog, I wanted to bring up detention for truck drivers and how some shippers and receivers and brokers go about detention and how corrupt, in a way, a lot of it is. And I wanted to go talking about that a little bit, but every time I tried to make a vlog to add to this earlier, or to add to this one, talking about detention, I wasn't feeling it. I kept getting annoyed. I was tired. I just didn't know what to say. I know what to say, but I was just getting aggravated with crap, and so anyways, I'll talk about it another time. When I've thought about more what I want to say. And if you really want to hear about what I say about detention, really, if you want to check it out, I made a video of an incident that happened to me with Kroger's. That's in there. Just scroll down a little bit. Hell, I might even link it under the or in the description on this one here. I really go into the kind of bull crap when it comes to detention, and because I was pissed off at that time, it was easier for me to really go into a rant about it and get into nice detail. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get off here and eat some dinner and get some rest. And this is my last run for a month, so I'm gonna go home after this. But anyways, guys, we'll talk at you guys later. I hope you guys all stay safe out there. And I hope you're all making some good old money. And we'll talk at you later, alright, guys? See ya.